Hi, I'm Margaret Welch in Vista, and we're going to be tuning our guitar with an IntelliTouch tuner today. So we're going to turn our tuner on. There are two buttons on the side of this IntelliTouch tuner. The first one, the top one, turns it on, turns on the power. And then you'll notice down at the bottom it says that an A is 440. That's where we want to have it. Now if you touch the second of the two buttons, the bottom button, that's going to change what an A is considered. And we want to keep this A 440, just leave it right there. You'll notice the screen is red, and we're going to clip our tuner to the head of the guitar. So clip it right on. Make it so you can see the little screen there. And we're going to notice that Dads Give Dogs Great Big Dinners. There are 3 D's there and 2 G's and also a B. So we're going to, you could start with the 6th string, the D on that largest string. But sometimes the tuner is just a little temperamental on that. So let's go to the 4th string. Dads Give Dogs. This is in tune now, so let's listen to that D. And then our higher D on the 1st string. And then our low D. And we want to start training our ear so that we can hear that those are all D, they're just a higher or lower octave. And then our 2 G strings, the 5th and the 3rd, you hear how they sound the same also, just lower or higher. And then our D, or pardon me, our B, which is the 2nd string, is all by itself. Okay? Now, I'm going to change the tuning pegs so it's out of tune, and that way we will be able to try our tuner and do a little tuning. Alright, so now, oh, terrible. We're ready to tune the guitar. Now, normally I would just hold it like this, and I would be tuning as I go. But I want you to be able to see the screen on this IntelliTouch tuner. So I'm going to see if I can shift around a little bit. And it's tricky. Okay, now you can see the IntelliTouch tuner right there. And you'll notice A, 440, that's what we want. You'll see at the top there's a little dial. When we get the right note, when we're on tune, we're going to have that dial right in the center, pointing upward from the center. So let's see how that goes. Our first, the 1st string we're going to tune is the 4th string D for dogs. I'm going to pluck the string. All right, and that says, let me get that back in the again. There we go. And that says D sharp. So sharp is just a little bit high. I need to make sure I'm following the correct string up, the 4th string. So I'm turning the correct tuning peg, and I'm going to try to get that right into the center with a D. D sharp. A little lower. Now, it's tough to keep that right in the screen. I'm sorry. Now we're on D instead of D sharp. There. And I'm watching that as that green flashes, we know we're good. We've got a D there. Now let's try the first string, that D. Again, getting the correct string, the correct tuner. And that says C sharp, so that's a little bit low. Now this is what some of our newbies did. They got the C sharp to flash green and they said, yay, that's in tune now. We said, no, wait a second. Remember, we want it to flash green on a D, not on a C sharp or something else. So C sharp, keep it going higher until it says D, and then get that line right in the middle. There we are. Now we've got that D. Now that we have those two Ds, which is dads give dogs, that's dogs, great big dinners, then we're ready to go ahead and tune the low sixth string. And this is what I'm listening for. There we go. So just move the tuning peg, make it a little higher or a little lower until you get it right in, right on the D there. Okay. Now, then we'll try our two Gs. So let's start with the fifth string, the G for give, dads give dogs, G, F sharp, up and tuning it a little higher. Hear how the pitch is going a little bit higher each time? Now I've got to tune it back down. There we go. Good. Sometimes the strings will stay in tune better if you start a little bit lower and tune up to the string, up to the note. Okay? And then we have one more G, which is our third string up from the bottom. And let's get this tuner back in. Come on, tuner. There. There we go. That's pretty close. There we go. And now we have both G's. And we need our B. Now that says C. We think A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know how the notes go. So if this is a C, then we need to bring it down just a little bit, make it a little bit lower. So let me get it back in. Okay, come on. Hear how that's a little lower? Now we're in the neighborhood of B. A little bit lower. And now, just about there. They're on B. Now, when you complete your tuning, don't forget to turn it off because you don't want to waste your battery. You're plucking your strings as you go. If it gets a little uncooperative, you can mute your string. So as you're plucking, you can mute your string and start again. If your tuner is acting kind of wonky, you can turn the tuner off and then turn it on again and give it a try. And I really like to tune the 3 D strings, then the 2 Gs, then the B, because I think it's important for us to try to hear that those D's and those G's are related to each other, and your ear helps you tune as well as the tuner itself. Anything else? Oh, if you use a capo, you might want to check your tuning again with the capo just to make sure it's correct. Or once you've gone through the process that we just did, you can check one more time to be sure that they're correct, that they're all in tune, all your strings are in tune. If you put your capo on, like I said, then you can check each of the strings to make sure they're in tune with the capo on, but understand it's not going to be the same note because the capo raises the pitch of each of your strings. So, good luck. Enjoy your IntelliTouch tuner. It's pretty nice, and it's a great way to make sure everyone who's playing together, or if you're playing with other instruments, you're all in tune together. So, thank you.
Excellent.